Environmental collapse, mental health pandemics, a culture-wide crisis of meaning. Must Western civilization fall, and will we, its children, fall with it? I will explore the hidden layers of our psyche in search of answers. We are in the Divinity Hall Chapel at Harvard University, a place where William James used to come as student to contemplate the nature of mind and reality. Who knows how many ideas that shaped our contemporary identity and laid the groundwork for much of today's psychology and philosophy popped into his head in this very room. Here are just a few of his most mind-blowing thoughts. Neither materiality nor spirit are the fundamental sources of reality. Concepts distort rather than reveal the truth. The essence of religion is the individual experience of the believers. And one more. Have you heard the expression stream of consciousness? Yes, that's what William James called what was happening in human heads and hearts, what the ancient Greeks named Psyche. This is a quiet place for deep thinking, but outside, across the Harvard campus, students and professors huddle around their devices, each living in what James would call their sub-universes of meaning. He wrote in the varieties of religious experience. Our normal waking consciousness is but one special type of consciousness, while all about it, parted from it, by the filmiest of screens, there lie potential forms of consciousness entirely different. Buddha's teachings are called Dhamma or Dharma, but also, and this is how it is used in this particular context, Dhamma means nature, Dhamma means truth, Dhamma means the things as they are. The wide range of religious experiences William James wrote about over a century ago is still alive here in the diversity of subjects taught at Harvard Divinity School. I had the chance to teach a course for one semester called The Buddhist Path to Eco-Empathy, Why We Should Not Colonize Mars. That it's part of this Dhamma Vichaya. So it's not enough to be with whatever is here and now in an impartial way and then expect that suddenly the processes of awakening will happen. You have to have this motivation, this inclination to investigate. This is a job of philosopher. Behind me stands the New Jerusalem Church, which belongs to the congregation inspired by the teachings of Emanuel Swedenborg, a Swedish philosopher and mystic. He declared a new world in which spirituality would permeate all of life, not just the external forms of the Church. William James absorbed these ideas as a child, as his father, Henry James Sr., was a theologian of this church. One afternoon, I sat in a cafe with a book on quantum mechanics.
I underlined passages, made notes, crossed them out, wrote down questions I knew I would never answer. After an hour of swimming in cosmic distances and quantum puzzles, I looked up and saw an elderly couple walking in. To my surprise, a wave of warmth and friendliness rose up in me, stronger than what I usually feel even in meditation. It seemed to come straight from my mind's journey through the vastness of the universe. William James was right. When we study life's mysteries, we can become gentler, more humane. Reading Einstein, I realized, might also be a way of practicing kindness.
Across the street stands William James Hall, part of Harvard University, a brutalist tower of concrete and ambition. James would have appreciated the irony, his fluid, dynamic vision of the mind housed within the rigid geometric structure. He taught us that consciousness is more like a river than a building, yet we persist in trying to contain it within boxes. Perhaps this is exactly what we do when planning to conquer Mars, exporting one of the boxes in the hope of securing its eternal survival as life on Earth becomes increasingly untenable. According to many futurists, Western society is losing to Asia its position as a leader of human civilization. However, there are still areas in which we dominate, such as soccer. Okay, Lee, let's meet on my own terms.
Thanks. Oh, you got it.